The 9th of May, Rabbi Furst, Pierke Avos.
Thank you, Lou. As Lou mentioned, this is Rabbi Shlomo Furst here in Yeshiva Samanavshik, here Zoom, Yerushalayim, learning Pirkei Avos, the 6th parak. Learning currently the Maral Meprag, whose commentary Derech Chaim, actually on one of the commentaries to the first parak, but we're exploring the explanation Ashrecha b'Toivlach, Ashrecha b'Olam Hazeh, Tovlach b'Olam Haba. So, and we've been beginning the whole sheer discussion here based on the fact that a person, as our Brisa said in the 6th parak, Kak Torah Torah, Pas Melach Torah, Maim B'Suratishte, Alo Aretz Tishan, Saichar Tichia. This is the way of Torah, in this way, this fashion. So now it's coming a little bit more clear, hopefully, based on the explanation we just learned. Then we'll go over it a bit from what we learned yesterday. Let me put it on the screen as well. Okay. Very good. Lefikach. That short paragraph beginning with the words Lefikach. Yeah, who would like to do some reading to start off this morning?
I will.
Okay. Very good.
Lefichach, mi shehu mistapek ba'atzmo eno chasar. Therefore, the one who is content with himself, he will not lack. Ki zahu geder hahistapok she'eno chaser. Because this is the definition of contentment, that one is not lacking. V'im kain hu nechshav mitzios v'roi she'yeh nochal ha-mitzios shehu olam hazeh v'olam haba. Therefore, it is considered I forgot what mitzios is.
I think we're definitely a reality.
Right, reality. And it's proper that it should be inherited. The reality that it is this world and the world to come.
Right, it's therefore fitting. A person who's content, and therefore by definition he's not lacking anything. Therefore he's considered to be a true reality, and therefore it's worthy that he be disposed upon him a reality which is both in this world and in the next world.
Lefichach kasiv ashrecha b'olam hazeh. Therefore, it is written, fortunate is he in this world. Ki ashrecha hayinu shehaya me ushar shehu lashon chozek shelo yeh lo nefila b'ma shehu adam mish mach b'chalko
is misamer bechelkon.
misameach b'chalko v'hu shalem b'li chesron, because this good fortune, it is that he is wealthy, that is an expression of what is chozek?
Ushar, see, ashrecha is from this. Ashrecha is the source of that expression. Ashrecha is from ushar, right? Shu lashon chayzek. It's like something which is like steadfast, which is something which is chayzik, which is strengthened.
Okay, so because this concept of good fortune, it is from the root of ma'ushar, that it's an expression of steadfastness, that one should not be falling, that one should not fall.
But actually, maybe maybe steadfast is also stability. Maybe something of lashon stable.
Stable. Okay. He's stable, and therefore he won't fall in that which a person is happy with his portion, and he is complete without lack. V'davar zeh mora al chozak v'kiyum v'zehu sheyesh lo mitzad chozak ha mitzios sheyesh lo. I don't know the abbreviation.
Right. Sheyesh lo olam hazeh.
Olam hazeh, this world.
Right. With davar zeh moira. Right. The fact that he is samech bechelka, he's happy with his portion and he's not lacking. This davar zeh moira, this is an indication. This is an indication of chayzik v'kiyum, the stability and endurance which there is to him, mitzad, due to the fact that he's chayzik hametzias, that has a stable reality which is to his in this world.
Ule Olam Haba,
Right, exactly. Very good.
and in the world to come, Yeh Lo Hatov Legamre. And in the world to come, there is for him a complete goodness,
Like absolute goodness.
absolute goodness. Shehatov hu mitzios yoter kamo she ba'arno b'kama mikomos. That the goodness, it is reality. It is even more of a reality, like what is this word shebe'arno?
As we have explained in many places.
As we have explained in many places. In many places. Ki b'maaseh Bereshis b'chol echad ne'amar ki tov ki hamitzius roy lahem mitzad hatov. Because the Maseh Bereshis is the initial creation.
Right.
In each one, it says kitov. In Bereshis, for each day it says kitov. I think there's one day it doesn't say kitov, but for
I think one day there are two ketovs. I think it's Tuesday.
right.
Right, it makes it up. Exactly, very right, true.
Because the reality is fitting for them from this perspective of goodness.
This is a an individual concept which needs a little bit more development. But I think let's leave that right for now. Maybe we can go into it at another time. I'd have to look up and see some other more detailed explanations. I'm saying, by Ma'aser Bereshis, b'kol echad nemar, by Ma'aser Bereshis, each one was said kitov. Why? Ki mitzi is roy lehem mitzadatov, because the reality of them, the existence of them, the creation of them was befitting for them, mitzad, the fact that it was tov. I mean, it was a situation that was deemed to be tov for their existence. Their existence was deemed to be tov.
But it's this is a switch, because it was Ashrecha in this world and Tov in the world to come, but Maseh Bereshis is this world.
Right.
So it should say B'chol Echad Ne'emar Ki Ashrecha.
Okay. 1 second. So, let's see. I'll tell you, maybe make a note of that question, okay? Because I'm not really prepared to answer the question properly enough right now. I have to go into this whole point that he mentions about Ma'aser Bereshis, I'd have to understand what the Maharal says it means over there in that context. But I don't want to kind of guess at an answer, if you know what I mean.
I understand. I wouldn't guess at any of this stuff.
Okay, but make a note, make a note of the question, okay, please? I would like,
I have a note. I made a note here.
good, because I'd like to get back to that.
Okay, I'll try to remember to remind you.
Why?
Ulechach kasiv v'tov lach ki kamo sheroi le'olam haba. Therefore, it's written, it's good for you, in that it's fitting for the world to come. V'haya lo ba'olam hazeh kifi ma sheroi le'olam hazeh v'yiyeh lo le'olam haba kifi ma sheroi lo le'olam haba. And it is for him in this world, Kafi means what, in accordance with?
According to, yes, right, exactly.
According to that which is fitting for this world, and it is for him the world to come, fitting for that which is for him in the world to come. I'm kind of lost in this sentence.
One second. Okay, hold on. Let's go over this again. Hold on. Lakach kasib with tovlach. Therefore, it says tovlach kamoshuri olam haba. Therefore, it's written tovlach. It's good for you. Kamo, as it means to say, shiroi la'olam haba. That is befitting for olam haba. That such the situation, this person is fitting la'olam haba. He's compatible for being in olam haba. Therefore, it's tovlach. It's going to be for him in olam hazeh. Kafi mashroi olam hazeh, and in olam hazeh, it is to him what's going to be befitting for him in this world. V'haya lo olam haba kafi mashroi olam haba. Then what will be for him befitting for him in olam haba will be befitting for him in olam haba. Okay, 1 second. So what does this mean here?
That last part seems like a tautology.
Yeah. Why is that?
What's fitting for him in the world to come is fitting for him in the world to come. What's that? That's like saying it is what it is. It's not saying anything.
I think what he means by this, he means that based on the beginning of the beginning statement, the kach kasev b'tovlach Moshe roy lolam haba. Therefore, when it says tovlach, toiv, this expression toiv is something which is a perspective on the mitzias. The mitzias is toiv, right? The reality of the situation is tov, right? So v'hayelo bolam hazeh kefi ma sheroi lolam hazeh, and it's going to be, meaning what he receives in olam hazeh is that what's proper for him to have in olam hazeh. And what he has in olam haba is going to be what is proper for him in Olam Haba. I mean, there are two different things. I mean, why is it Tov Lach Olam Hazeh, Ashrecha v'Tov Lach, Ashrecha Olam Hazeh, Tov Lach Olam Haba? Because Ashrecha is not proper for Olam Haba, and Toiv is not proper for Olam Hazeh. So he's simply just saying this last statement is simply a reinforcement of what he's been saying previously, that the Ashrecha, the fact that a person has stability, which gives him a reality, a true reality, which is both a reality in Olam Hazeh and Olam Haba. So since he has this contentment, and the contentment, right, for what he has in this world, that satisfaction, that sameach b'chelkoi, that allows him to be in a situation where he's not lacking anything, and therefore, since he's not lacking anything, that gives him a true reality, and true reality has a purpose in Olam Hazeh and a purpose in Olam Haba. However, what's going to be befitting for him in Olam Hazeh is not going to be the same as what's befitting for him in Olam Haba. So therefore, it must be that it's Ashrecha ba'Olam Hazeh, meaning you have that stability and endurance, which is an indication of his satisfaction with what he's has in this world. That's something which is appropriate for Olam Hazeh. And in contrast, he has an existence, right? An existence of Tov, which is in Olam Haba, and that's something which is proper for him in Olam Haba. Like that, I mean, let's just put that. Those are the words. I mean, you need to have a lot of more explanation, understanding of this. These are just a lot of concepts here, which we have to work on understanding each one a little bit more deeply to get a full appreciation of what it is.
Well, I'll tell you what's bothering me. So the initial premise is that if a person is content with what he has in Olam Hazeh, then he's fortunate in Olam Hazeh and Tov in Olam Haba.
Right.
So now we're breaking that apart, and we're saying that what is Ashrecha in Olam Hazeh is not appropriate in Olam Haba, and what's Tov in Olam Haba is not appropriate in Olam Hazeh. But I would have thought the opposite. I would have thought the point is that by being content in this world, a person is making this world into a reality so that there's no difference between Olam Hazeh and Olam Haba. In other words, when the person transitions from Olam Hazeh into Olam Haba, if he's lived such a life in Olam Hazeh that he's content, and therefore he's made it into a existence of reality, then the reality doesn't change. The reality in Olam Haba is the same as the reality in Olam Hazeh.
Right. I understand what you're saying. It that's certainly an aspect which seems to be true, but that perspective is not being addressed over here. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so I don't know if it's a contradiction or not, but that point that you're mentioning, as true as it may be, that doesn't seem to be the emphasis here. It could be applied later on in other cases or in a different um, perspective. But it's that's not the point that's being emphasized over here. Because he's trying to, the fact that it says Ashrecha v'toivlach, and the explanation of that is Ashrecha be'olam hazeh and Tovlach and olam haba, seems to indicate that there are two different types of situations. All right.
Or maybe two perspectives. Because you could ask the question, why doesn't it say Tov b'olam hazeh v'gam Tov b'olam haba? That's what I would want it to say, based on
Right. According to right.
So
According to what you've been saying, that's what it should say, right? So, but that's the question, that it doesn't say that. That's what that's what we're trying to explain. Why are there two different, apparently two different types of situation? One's a situation of ashrecha, and one's a situation of tov.
right. So somehow it's
Right.
trying to explain to us why it says ashrecha instead of tov. What's
Right.
the distinction being made here?
Right. So as he's explaining, the ashrecha is based on the shorish. So this root of the word is oisher, which oisher. I mean, we usually explain it as fortunate, praiseworthy, right? But the morale is explained in a different way. That it's something to do with stability, right? Steadfastness.
Right. And this actually strengthens the question that I made the note of. Why does it say Tov in this third to the last paragraph? Why does it say Tov in the context of Olam Hazeh? It should say Ashrecha in context of Olam Hazeh to be consistent. So it strengthens my question.
Right. 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 Well, again, ashrecha is applicable to olam hazeh,
Right.
right? And tov is applicable to olam haba, right? Then you have your general question about my Bereshis, which is apparently a reference to olam hazeh. So why is it a referencing there of tov?
Right.
Because tov is something which is regulated to olam haba, apparently. Right. So that's what we're gonna try, and we'll try and get to that question. We'll
Yeah.
see. I have to do a little homework for that. See if I make any progress.
Okay. All right.
Um,
My turn.
Yeah. Right.
Ulechach kasiv v'tov loch kamo shiroi l'olam haba. And therefore it's written, good for you, as it's befitting in the world to come. V'haya lo b'olam hazeh kifi ma shiroi l'olam hazeh. Excuse me. V'haya lo l'olam haba k'fi ma shiroi lo l'olam haba. Okay, I think we read that one already, but doesn't hurt to review it. And it is for him this world as that which is appropriate or fitting for this world. And it is for him the world to come as that which is appropriate to the world to come. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense now.
How did it work? Explain what do you mean?
That basically it's saying that there's two sets of things. There's the things that are appropriate to the world, to this world, and the things that are appropriate to the world to come.
Right.
And it's written that it's good for him in the world to come. And somehow that's communicating that both of those sets are aligned properly.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to the office.
Oh, when are we leaving?
We told them 10:30, 10:45, we were gonna get there.
Okay, I'm going to have to excuse myself now. So have a good day, everyone.
You too, Mayor.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You will. Right, tell them bye. Okay. Yeah, let's just go over this last point again, Lou.
Okay, so therefore, it's written, it's good for you. Meaning that it's appropriate in referring to those things which are appropriate in the Olam Haba. That's the initial part of the sentence.
Right.
And then it follows up by saying that so therefore what is in Olam Hazeh is fitting for Olam Hazeh, and what is in Olam Haba is fitting for Olam Haba. So somehow the fact that it's good in Olam Haba is now communicating not only about Olam Haba but also about Olam Hazeh.
Yeah, so but how does Tov apply to Olam Hazeh though?
But there's an appropriateness. In other words, I'm thinking that it means, in other words, when the person is content with what he has, he's content with his lot in this world. Then he brings this world into conformity with reality. And by doing so, he builds a consistency between this world and the appropriateness of his lifestyle in this world, i.e. his contentment, and the world to come. When he enters into the world to come, it could be a shock if a person is not content in this world. So he's going to have all these problems of it not being reality, him always wanting more, never being satisfied, being rooted in the physical. So he comes into the world to come, the world of truth, the world of spirituality, but there is no physical, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, it's a shock, everything is upside down, nothing makes sense, nothing's right. But if that's not the case, if he's content in this world, he lives a life where he is he's focused on reality, which is the spirituality, that the physicality is only what's necessary for him to be able to function, but it's not the goal, it's not the end all. So his life is focused on the spiritual aspects, which are also going to be in the Olam Haba. So he's not going to be a shock.
Right, right, very good. That's very good.
Okay, so weiter, Aval Yireh Hashem Lo Kasiv Rak Lashon Echad Ashrei Ish Yireh Hashem. But reverence of Hashem is not written, is only written as an expression, as one expression. Fortunate is the man who reveres Hashem.
Right. This just before, okay. I want. Let's go back up to the very top paragraph to review the Gemara, which is really the purpose of the whole explanation here. Then we'll understand how he's going to be finishing off. Just go back to the top paragraph. Let's learn the Gemara again.
Okay. Ubeperich kama de brachos.
Right. That's in the first parak of brachos, right?
Excuse me. Amar gadol ha nene migia kapo yoter miyira shemayim de elu be Nina Benine Magia Kapo Kasiv Etzlo Ashrecha V'tov Lach Ashrecha Bolam Hazeh V'tov Lach Bolam Haba Be'elu B'yira Shemayim Kasuv Ashrei Ish Yireh Hashem Adkan. So it says, greater is the benefit of the efforts of the hands than reverence for heaven.
Right, Meir Shemaim, right.
That these the benefits of the efforts of the hands, it's written about them, Ashrecha v'tov lach, Ashrecha in this world, in tov lach in the world to come. And these, in terms of awe of heaven, and also it is written in terms of Yira Shamayim, awe of heaven, Ashrei Ish Shir Hashem. Fortunate is the man who reveres Hashem. So it's making a connection between the Ashrecha and the Ashrei.
Right, right. And okay, and now just read the first line in this second paragraph to understand the question that we've been dealing with here. Just review the question.
Umei eze tam be'amar b'mai shenene magia kapo ashrecha b'olam hazeh v'tov lach b'olam haba. And what is the reason that the one in whom there is benefit from the work of his hands, to him it applies the expression Ashrecha b'olam hazeh v'tov lach b'olam haba. What is it? What is the reason that the person that is content with the physical aspects of this world, for him we say Ashrecha b'olam hazeh v'tov lach b'olam haba. That's the question. Why do we say that that being nene in the efforts of the hands leads to this principle of Ashrecha b'olam hazeh v'tov lach b'olam haba.
Right. Right. That's what we've been dealing with, the explanations of these things. So now this last paragraph, this is where now he's returning back to the point about the one with the Yira Shamayim.
Right. So the Yira Shamayim was saying that the effort of the hands is more beneficial than the Yira Shamayim,
Right.
which seems on the face of it, that seems a very odd thing to say.
Right, exactly. Right. That's what we're in the midst of trying to understand exactly.
Okay, so Aval Yira Hashem, which I presume is the same as Yira Shamayim,
Right.
Lo Kasiv Rak Lashon Echad Ashrei Ish Yira Hashem. So reverence is only written as an expression of fortunate is the man who has Yiras Hashem, who has awe of Hashem. Mipnei she'ein liyira shamayim olam hazeh b'shleimus Kafi ma shehu, that mipnei, because that there is not there's no awe of heaven in this world. There's no absolute or complete awe of heaven in this world, as Masha, is
Right,
that
it
which,
says, right, it says in terms of the structure, the structure of the pasuk, it only said Rak Lashon Echad, Ashrei Ish, Yiras Hashem, right? Only one expression of Ashrei, that in contrast with Ashrei with Tovla. So here by Yiras Shamayim it only says Ashrei, and by Higia Pako it says Ashrei v'Toivla. So here, Mipnei she'ein liyir shamayim olam hazeh b'shleimus kivi mashahi. The yiras of shamayim in olam hazeh is not complete. It's not perfect, according to whatever it is. Meaning, whatever true level of yiras shamayim that a person may achieve in this world, but it cannot approach really the true yiras shamayim, which is available to be had in olam haba.
uh-huh,
That's what it means. That Yir Shemayim in this world is not perfected according to what it is. Meaning, reaching true Yir Shemayim is, as long as there's physicality involved, there's going to be a shadowing of Yir Shemayim. According to that it's similar to like it's a sunny day and you're in the forest, right?
right,
So because the trees are casting shade, you can't get the full experience of the sunlight.
right,
So likewise, in this world, you're in the physical world, so all the physicality of the world is throwing shadows on the experience that we could possibly have of Yir Shemayim without the physicalities of the world.
so it's blocking, it's blocking,
Right.
the Yira Shemayim.
Right. So therefore you don't have Yir Shemayim b'shleimus. There's not a perfection, there's not a perfect Yir Shemayim available to a person in this world.
So, can you review what you said about the Rak Lashon Echad? It's only one expression in Ashrei. What does that mean, really?
Right. So since it says by the right Yir Shemayim, right? It says by Yir Shemayim, it says Ashrei Ish Yiras Hashem, right? Ashrei Ish Yira Hashem. It says Ashrei Haish Yiras Hashem. It didn't say by the other, but it says Ashrecha B'Toivla. So there's no expression of Toiv by Yiras Hashem. There's no expression of Tov that's being used in terms of its the description. So the question is why? Why is that? That there's no description of Tov when it comes to Yiras Hashem, because Tov in a certain way, which is regulated, as we've been explaining previously, the previous paragraphs, Tov, which is regulated primarily to the next world, is a expression which is indicative of perfection, right?
Uh-huh.
And since in Olam Hazeh, Yir Shemayim cannot be had in a perfect state because of all the physicality as it's shadowing the Yir Shemayim that could be experienced, right? So therefore, it's not appropriate to use the expression of Tov in terms of Yir Shemayim, because that's Yir Shemayim, something which is referred to as being experienced here in Olam Hazeh. It only would be appropriate, as we had previously explained, Tov in relation to something which is going to be regulated and experienced in Olam Haba.
But if a person has proper awe in this world, it would seem that that would lead to him having proper awe in the world to come, even more so. Because when you
It could lead to it.
remove the trees, then you can appreciate the sun even more.
Right. Right, but so that's only going to be that's only going to be something which is going to be experienced in Olam Haba, right?
Right. But we were saying before that Ashrecha Balamazeh, you're establishing a lifestyle in this world, which is going to now make your transition to Olam Haba smooth. So I would think we would want to say the same thing about Yira. You're establishing a relationship to Hashem in this world, which is consistent with the Yira that you're going to have in Olam Haba. The Yira in Olam Haba is much greater, but you would be prepared for it because you had the proper era in this world.
Right. There is a preparation, definitely so, of Yerushalayim in this world for the ultimate experience of that in the next world, right? But so the year which is being experienced, that's being described in this pasuk, is a year which is taking place in Olam Hazeh rather than Olam Haba.
Right. So somehow there's a difference between the idea of the Ashrecha leading to the Tov, but the Yira not leading to Tov.
Right. It's not going to automatically lead to Tov, right?
Okay. The Olam Haba b'shleimus kefi ma shehu. And Olam Haba, in Olam Haba, there's perfection as it is. So in Olam Hazeh, there's no perfection as it is. Olam Haba, there is perfection as it is.
Right.
She'ein hadavar hazeh rak mistapek ba'atzmo v'hu mitzius shelo roy sheyeh lo mitzius olam hazeh shleimus ma shehu u mitzius Hashem b'shleimus, that there is not this thing is not, this thing is only it's only a satisfaction in itself. And its reality is complete, and it's fitting for him the reality of this world in perfection, that which is the reality of Hashem in perfection.
Mhm.
I don't know. I need help understanding that sentence.
All right, let's see. Let's back up. Okay. Olam hazeh b'shleimus ma kashihu, olam haba b'shleimus kafi ma shuhu. There's a perfection in Olam Hazeh according to what it is, and what can be achieved in Olam Hazeh, and there's a shleimus of perfection in Olam Haba according to what it is and what can be achieved. Shein davar hazeh rak listapik be'atzmo v'hu metzias shalem roi sheyeh lo metzias Olam Hazeh b'shleimus mashu u'Olam Hazeh b'shleimus. Okay, so it's only this actually is coming back a little bit to one of your questions. She'eina davar zeh rak, meaning the shlemish, the perfection which exists, a parallel perfection which exists in this world and a parallel perfection which exists in the next world, and it's interrelated, they're connected. That she'eina davar zeh, this shlemus, this perfection which exists parallel in Olam Hazeh to parallel to Olam Haba, this only is rak b'mistapek ba'atzmo, only in someone who is content within himself. Shu b'mitzias sholem, that's a perfect reality, to have contentment with himself. That's a perfect reality. And there, Roy Shielo b'mitzias Olam Hazeh b'shleimus, therefore it's befitting that he has a perfect reality in Olam Hazeh, and also a reality in Olam Haba, which is also perfect. This is based, I think, what you were saying, that aspect of contentment. If a person in this world is in fact content, and he's therefore stable, and he endures a reality in Olam Hazeh, so that contentment will also carry with him a perfection that he'll achieve and experience in Olam Haba as well. If a person's experiencing contentment, which is a type of perfection in this world, so that contentment will also experience in the next world as well. I think that was one of your comments that you had made earlier, right?
Yes. Yeah, this makes sense to me.
Right. But I'm not sure how that answers the question about the Yiras Hashem is only it's only Ashrei. That I don't follow so much yet. I don't see
Right, yeah,
such an answer in that.
I'm weak on that
Maybe
also.
maybe next time. Yeah. Okay. We'll try maybe go over this last paragraph or two next time. Maybe it'll get a little clearer after a few days of trying to think about it a bit.
Yeah, that's
Yiras
good.
Hashem.
Yiras Hashem, I'm gonna try and read through this also in between the classes.
Very good.
So I
Fine.
can get more of a grip on the flow, because when I read it slowly, it's not smooth.
Yeah, I understand. You need to go over and look at it and see the concepts as they're being. It's to try and do two things at once: the reading and the translation, and then putting it all together. You need to take a step back and look at it all together. Yeah, that's right, for sure.
Okay, thank you, Rabbi. Good session.
Very good. Thank you, Lou. Fine. So tomorrow's 9:30 Chumash Bezler Hashem, and we'll continue. We'll start at 9 o'clock again on beginning next week. Beginning of the week next week. It's Hashem.
Okay, very good.